segment, Hacked and Tracked. And tonight, we're talking about a cyber attack that crippled thousands of car dealerships by attacking their software. Let's bring in Tom Maoli, who owns several car dealerships in New Jersey and was impacted by this. Plus, we have cybersecurity expert Gordon Lawson tonight. Tom, how has this cyber attack impacted your business and your clients' ability to buy a car?
Well, listen, the customers are coming in. We're still selling cars, but it's a slow process. Everything is manual. The big issue is on the service side, and that is getting replenishment of parts from the manufacturer, because as we deplete those parts, all of that historically has been electronic. And if we don't get those parts in, we can't service the customers. So everything is slow moving. And the other issue is we can't finance deals because everything is done electronically with the banking system. So if I sell you a car, I need to get that car funded so I can pay it off. And that's not happening. So millions of dollars are backing up across the country. We're talking billions on a daily basis. And, there's no end in sight for this, for getting the system back up and running.
So, Gordon, we hear that people's sensitive information could be at risk here. What do you know about that?
Well, first off, this is a big business. Ransomware cost the world $1 billion last year. It's going to be more in 2024. And people's data is being breached through these bad guys. We call them threat actors in the industry. And the best way for folks to defend against this is if they see a suspicious email or if they get a suspicious text or a phone call and they don't know that that's accurate, do not give up your credentials. Do not give up your username and password. That's how these guys are getting the information. That's how they're taking systems down, like the ones that Tom uses. And it's getting worse and worse, and it's very, very hard. But employees can defend themselves. That's really the best line against this, and reporting it very quickly so it can be remediated.
You know, Gordon, so many car dealerships use this CDK software that was hacked. What's to stop something from this happening again?
Unfortunately, I think it is going to happen again because there are software systems like this that are where companies are single-threaded. This happens in the healthcare industry with certain types of record providers as well, or lab service providers. That was one other attack that happened this year. So I think the most important thing is for individual companies to make sure they have great cyber protection. That's one thing that they can really do to protect themselves against it, but also make sure that there is a contingency plan, that there's a backup, because I believe that these attacks will continue to happen. And it's just very, very difficult with how sophisticated these folks are getting and how easy it is to get ransomware packages. This is going to continue in the foreseeable future.
All right, Tom, so you hear that it's going to happen again. What are you doing differently now?
Well, listen, we're putting things in place to create a manual system and a disaster recovery plan. It's way too costly to have a second system back this up. So, clearly companies like CDK need to have more firewalls and, stop these people from getting into their systems. And, until that happens, I agree. It's going to continue to happen. We're going to continue to have breaches. And, we're talking about, hitting the major portions of America, which are transportation and healthcare. And I think that's the crux of it. That's what they're going after. They know that's where the money's at. And, they want to take those systems down. And that's how they get the ransom.
All right. Tom Maoli, Gordon Lawson, thank you both for joining us tonight. And we'll be right back.